In this video, I will tell you about a spider that grows in size every minute and what will happen to the world. The film begins with footage of a destroyed city. The army shoots into the sky, or more precisely, at a giant spider that breaks a helicopter. Then we move back a few days. Meet Alex, the local disinfector. He decides to hug Mrs. Jefferson and take her to the parasites. She starts telling him something strange, and at the end gives him something with marmalade, but without twigs. At this moment, a small spider runs along Alex's shoulder. Alex says that this spider is poisonous. You just need to hold still, and it will slide down itself. However, Jefferson thinks otherwise and soon finds himself in a local hospital, not wanting to tell what happened to her. In response, the girl calls him a clown. While in the morgue, something begins to open the bag. The doctor does not notice this and becomes a mini snack. In the next shot, Alex comes to the lobby and says that someone bit him. The guard suggests that it was a zombie, a cat, or a monkey. Alex replies that it could have been a spider. You just need to imagine yourself in the spider's place and start thinking like one. Meanwhile, a convoy drives by on the highway, heading to this very hospital. Alex gets to the morgue in search of a spider and finds some remains. The guard seriously says that the monkey Spider-Man is involved. Alex takes out a spray bottle and tries to think like a spider. In search of the spider, they break the ventilation. Alex asks the guard to crawl into the ventilation, but he refuses. So Alex has to climb in there himself. The army has already cordoned off the clinic, reporting that they accidentally sent the object to this hospital. In one of the wards, the spider notices a new treat. Grandpa sees all this and tries to press the button, but it's too late, and he becomes the spider's victim. Alex, being a tough nut, makes his way through the ventilation and finds a huge web. His flashlight goes out, but Alex, showing ingenuity, lights a lighter and gets to some compartment. Meanwhile, a military scientist reports that the spider should grow 4 times and grows exponentially, increasing by 25% every 4 hours. We understand that all this time, Alex was on the side of the army and was passing them information. The spider is distracted by a bank, and Alex pays him a couple of cents for this trick. The spider almost manages to attack Alex, but Carly saves him. The spider manages to catch a homeless man with that very coin. The guard says that he will become for Alex what Robin is for Batman, what Katei is for the Green Hornet, or at the very least, Sancho Pancho is for Don Quixote. At this time, a report about a giant spider is on TV, and a scientist says that the 3rd stage of its development has begun. Alex assumes that it is a giant black widow, and they have ideas where to look for the spider. Meanwhile, a special forces squad makes its way into the sewers and finds a spider's lair with about 20 cocoons. The scientist notices that the spider has molted again. Alex watches the operation from afar and decides to call to find out if they caught the spider. Joe assumes that the spider may be on the mountain where the entertainment complex is located. The first victim is an elderly man. The drone notices the spider, which is already the size of a tree. A police officer stops Alex, but he offers a small donation of $12. At this time, a message is transmitted over the radio, and the police officer is forced to let them go. The spider is already in full swing, eating everyone who gets in its way. Alex decides to fight the spider, but ends up just driving away from it, and the spider runs after him. All this time, a military drone is watching them. They decide to report an ambush, but Alex does not understand what Crossfire is and just drives on. The military opens fire, but this does not harm the spider, who uses the car as a shield. Then he jumps over the military formation, and the squad goes after them, which can be seen from the video recording. The general orders to use thermal grenades, but the spider has already destroyed almost the entire squad. Alex comes to the rescue and frees the girl. Sancho Pancho runs out from behind a bush with a gun and drives away the spider. The squad takes advantage of the moment and runs to the car, but the spider still captures the girl. At the local headquarters, a scientist reports that the spider will soon move to the 5th stage. Alex wants to know what it means, but what he hears doesn't make him happy. The scientist says that it's an arachno anomaly of alien origin, caused by crossing with a microorganism from Mars, which resulted in the creation of a giant tomato capable of feeding the entire world. The spider was considered just a small misunderstanding. During experiments on tomatoes, the spider accidentally hid among them and, as a result, received a growth hormone. Alex claims that he understands the essence of spiders and believes that a spider would not make a nest near a settlement. However, in fact, the spider simply wanders around the local Chinese district and climbs the city hall, but he did not like this building, and he finds himself a local skyscraper, the same one from the beginning of the film. From the camera on the helicopter, it is possible to notice Lieutenant Brand. This information is transmitted to Alex, and the general says that Alex has 24 minutes to save the lieutenant. Along the way, Sancho Pancho suggests setting the spider on fire, which Alex agrees to, since they have a big match. The general says that there are 10 minutes left to get to the 60th floor, but before they can get there, their car is disabled. When Alex comes to, there is complete devastation around. To the sound of heroic music, he brings Sancho Pancho to his senses, and the two of them head to the spider. Luckily, the elevator is still working, but there are cocoons all over the floor. They quickly free the lieutenant, but the office worker goes for a snack. The spider's omega knocks the lieutenant down, and he falls to the floor. Although everyone celebrated the victory, the spider comes to its senses. Sancho Pancho Poncho runs to Alex with a bazooka and manages to neutralize the spider, thereby transferring it to the 6th stage. I also recommend watching other videos on my channel. Good luck!